Welcome to the Intel Quick Bytes market. We're here to talk about Arcee AI, a leading vendor in the small language model market. One of the challenges that we hear from our customers is that they want to deploy more and more AI solutions in edge and other retail locations. While it's amazing to increase the productivity for their employees, some of the challenges it proposes is that there's more and more dashboards, more and more different types of areas that they need to look at to get a complete store status. So we partnered with Arcee AI, and I'm joined here with Julian Simon, Chief Evangelist from Arcee AI, to create a retail digital assistant chat that aggregates and provides real-time information to all different store managers. Julian, can you share more about who is Arcee AI?
Arcee AI is a US startup with a heavy research focus. We're a model builder. We started by improving on the best open source models available on Hugging Face through our post-training stack, which is made from open source libraries like MergeKit and others. And now we're also training net new models, so new foundation models. And we take those models and host them everywhere we can, from devices to edge servers to the cloud.
Awesome, awesome. And as far as the Retail IQ digital assistant chat, can you share more about what the solution looks like from an architecture standpoint?
Sure.
Working with some of the other technology partners.
Let me show you the architecture. So everything is running on a Cisco server, and we've got the huge stack giving us inventory information. You can see maybe the products in the bins with cameras. And we have the wait time system. We have crowd cameras. And both Chuch and wait time are exposing APIs, which are queried by our solution in the middle. So we have a chatbot UI, we'll take a look afterwards. And we have a small language model optimized for Intel CPUs. And users can ask questions about inventory or about crowd statistics, all on the same server, all running on CPU.
Awesome. And can you share a little bit more about the small language model as far as the size and the performance, and especially how it's running on a CPU-based Xeon platform?
Yes, so in this particular example, we use an 8 billion parameter small language model that we built a few months ago. It's a Llama 3.1 variant, and when we released it, it was actually the best Llama 3.1 8 billion variant available on Hugging Face. But of course, to run it on a CPU, we optimized it. We used the OpenVINO toolkit to quantize the model to 4-bit precision, making it smaller, making it more CPU friendly, without degrading it in any significant way. And so we use this optimized model on the CPU, and it runs fast enough, well above 10 tokens per second, which is basically what you need for a good user experience.
Yeah, all running on Cisco Unified Computing System.
Exactly, on that Cisco server.
Well, I know what everyone else is thinking, so can you show a quick demo of what this digital assistant chat looks like?
Sure, so we see the chatbot user interface, which is running on the server, and we can ask questions about inventory. So we could say, hey, show me potato chips in the inventory, or do we have Sprite in stock, or show me out of stock products, okay? And so using the inventory information coming from the Chuch API, we would get the appropriate data, and the small language model would build a conversation on that. And same for crowd statistics, so show me crowd stats, and pulling from the wait time API, we could see how dense the crowd is in a particular area on the booth. And of course, you can have follow-up questions, etc. And because we have a language model, of course, we can have a nice conversation, and we can have context. And instead of just looking at information on a million dashboards, it's all in one place, and we use human language to access it.
Can you give some other examples of other store information that the small language model could access?
Yeah, so in the context of a store, we could ask about staff information. As a store manager, you could ask, okay, who's the manager on duty tomorrow? Who's the barista tomorrow? Is that person also working the next day? Mm-hmm. You could manage all that information. You could ask a question about kitchen equipment. Do you have any equipment issues? Assuming you have a back office system telling you, hey, maybe the oven is broken, or the grills need maintenance, et cetera, et cetera. You could have sales information, of course. plugging into your CRM and your sales systems. How many servers, how many customers did we serve yesterday? What was the revenue for last week, et cetera, et cetera. So you could unify all those different IT systems running in your enterprise and access them at the edge in a very simple, friendly way. And you could also use speech to text and text to speech. We've also factored in the demo if you didn't even want to type anything on a keyboard.
That's amazing. And while we're showing this use case for retail, I'm assuming you can use this for any other verticals or any other departments or teams that need a digital assistant chat.
Sure, there are a lot of businesses that need access to information in real time anywhere they are. So imagine, civil engineering and construction,
Healthcare.
or healthcare, mining, any activity where you're out there in the field, you need to access systems. And it's not easy to have a full-fledged laptop or a full-fledged system. You can just use a tablet and maybe and the mic, and just ask questions and connect back to your local server, and get immediate access without having to type anything on a tiny keyboard. So yeah, I think it could apply to a ton of different use cases here.
That's great, Julian. Thanks for sharing. Everyone, you see the power of Retail IQ, and with partners like Arcee to be able to deliver a small language model digital chat assistant anywhere you really need it. If you want to learn more, visit intel.com/Cisco.